G'day punters, welcome to the mailbag preview show for Memsie Stakes weekend, Caulfield Group 1 racing, weight for age, 1400 metres, all the words that just gets a little bit of extra lead in the pencil around this time of year. It's not even spring. How good is it? We'll be previewing the big one, race 8, the Memsie, as well as group racing in race 6, the Cockram, and race 3 as well. But we'll welcome, first of all, Jack Dickens back to the show. Dicko, what's the form looking like for the weekend? You've already had a few early bets.
Yeah, really like the meeting. I think the track will race relatively evenly, which lets you sort of bet early. I think the shoot races will slightly favour on pace horses. It's reasonably good weather at this stage in Melbourne. We've spent 10.5, maybe 10.9 units early. I anticipate we'll spend maybe another 4 to 6 game day. If you're on board or getting on board, you get those bets that we've already had, but we'll also, like race by race, give you 4 numbers, any sort of interesting thoughts on that race and quality numbers, etc., all via the app.
Very good. Curly, welcome.
Thanks, Peter. Jack, how are you both?
I'm good. How are you? How'd you pull up after? So if we recap, did you do the deep dive?
No, fuck.
Because you dominated on the weekend, and then you dominated Sunday, Monday.
Dominated betting Saturday. Saturday night, Phil, both dollars and alcohol. Sunday, dead, rose from the dead, and then went to a wedding on Monday with Mrs. Curly, the luckiest woman in the world.
Mrs. Curly had a big weekend too, didn't she? You said she punched her Friday night. She sort of over-raced a little bit.
Yeah, she kicked on. She went to a luncheon with the girls on Friday and got home about 2 a.m.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's plenty happening in the Curly house. I was just dominating everywhere. On Tuesday...
She's a hairdresser, isn't she?
Hairdresser, makeup artist.
Like one of the greats, you've said.
Yeah.
How and why does she let you roll around with what you are operating with? I'm just fascinated by it.
What do you mean?
Like you live with a beautiful woman with a specific skill set, which would be fit to sort of sort that out,
No, my hair is my strength, Jack, and I don't lose when I got long hair, so I'm going to stick with it like Pistol. That's all. I mean, Pistol's got long hair and wins, so I'm sort of channeling a bit of Pistol.
And who got the Gucci's? Or has Pistol got a pair of Gucci's I haven't seen?
I've got the Gucci's, mate. I treated myself on Tuesday. Well, what am I going to do?
When I get back on track in Melbourne, you got to wear them, and you got to yell out over the fence and go, Lloyd, hey, Lloyd, how are you, mate? Lloyd Kennywell.
It was a pretty simple equation for me. Pretty simple equation. Bet and lose at Dalby, or take the money I was going to lose at Dalby and treat myself. So I treated myself. Just supporting my local economy. Hashtag buy Italian. Anyway, I'm back. I've sobered up. I'm ready to go. I had a few bets yesterday and was a bit stiff, and I'm ready to go this week. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, but how did the bets go? And on that note, I think that was a bit too sharp, wasn't it? Caulfield Race 8, the Memsie, Group 1, behemoth, favourite at $4.20, best available. Tafane, or Tafane, $4.60. Inspirational Girl for the Westers Besters, $7. Bo Rossa for the Crow Eaters, $9.5. Colette, $11. So Sierra Sue and Aegon. Dickens, take it away. Speed map.
I think Streets of Avalon and Archidemus will cross from 10-11. I think Samsung will kick up and find the coffin. I think he kicks up and puts Bo Rossa 3 back the fence from 1. But that could switch. But you just think Benny Allen, I think, sort of missed a trick last start. Samsung got too far back. He'd be looking to just avoid making that mistake from a very similar spot. So I think Samsung gets the coffin. Red Can Man and Behemoth sort of 1-1, and Behemoth maybe 3 wide, no cover. But I don't think they go back. Bo Ross's we've spoken about. Then you got Tafane, Sierra Sue, 50 stars. I think Inspirational Girl well worse in midfield, and Aegon and Colette bring up the rear. Interesting, Colette rides. Oliver rides Colette for Cummings and Godolphin and the best bloke in the world. and D Lane rides for Danny O'Brien, which is interesting in itself. Danny O'Brien going awful, viral one last weekend, big figure. Maybe he's back. Gunda Windy won a soft, but it had to win the maiden sort of first up, and it did. Something maybe, and there's the prize money starting to return. So who knows with Danny O'Brien, but I think he's going to improve. I actually backed, not a huge bet, obviously, just a little sickness bet because I don't change the channel anymore. Bo Rosso to beat Behemoth last start and got the chocolates and then got them taken off me in a protest. Which, if you watched the race there yesterday in Adelaide, they don't often protest. I think it might be race 6 there at wherever it was, Murray Bridge yesterday. Surely they protest. The biggest shins in racing laid in all over her. No protest. Anyway, SA, no good. But I do think the SA form is the most relevant here. I don't mind wide no cover 400 metres here. I think it's better than, say, I'd rather be 3 wide no cover than 4 back the fence, where I think Inspirational Girl will sort of be, which I think is a key player in this race. I think you'd probably think the same, Peter. Just get up that race. I would really like that. Out of the horses I was sort of warming to here are the Behemoth Inspirational Girls, and Behemoth's got that run under the belt. It loves his track and trip. Its peak performances, his track and trip. I think Caulfield will race pretty fast on Saturday. And I think Behemoth at $4.20 is a really fair and good price. We'll have $100 on at the 420 race 8 number 2 Behemoth. I think Sierra Sue's flying, fit, and can run a big race, and just rub in that. Well, how was it at Swan Hill that day? It knocked us off. Fuck me, that's 2 starts ago. Unbelievable behaviour. I think Samson was badly not suited last start and can improve here. You can just completely forgive last run.
Okay, so that's 100 straight on Behemoth. The running total, you're $200 in the profit, Jack Dickens, after last week, because that was Ballistic Lover got up.
Well, we actually only spent, what, 150 last week in the end, because we lost 100 on Sugartown.
It was, what happened with Sugartown?
Sugartown is scratched, mate, so we're 300 up. Thanks for counting, Peter. I'll take over the...
Hey, unlike you guys, I'm allowed on course, and I might not have been awake come race 2 at...
yeah, because your weekend behaviour sort of slipped under the radar as we focused on curly there, but you were probably going a little bit harder than even curls. So, yeah, we're 300 up, and if Joel McNeil decided to push the button anywhere before the final corner on Ocular, will probably be a lot further up. Anyway... We're going to be with Behemoth. A little bit worried the map, but we've got J Carr. She doesn't go any good when she snicks them. I don't think she snicks this thing. I think we get a beautiful run, beautiful, smooth, balanced hands of Jamie Carr, and we win. Okay.
Race 3, benchmark 90, over 1,400 metres. Tarath, $2.20. Anavisto, $3.80. Galgani, $8. You've got a whole heap on 11 or over. Thoughts?
I think Tarath and Anavisto will lead. Need New Friends and Galgani next. Galgani could kick up and sit outside lead or even try and lead. Then you got Lunicorn, Good and Proper. I think Only Words from 7 will go back with Pinion. We could dribble, we could yarn here, but first up, last preparation, Anavisto, who's a nice horse, and we got a fair bit out of it last prep. It won at Pakenham. First up, you know. Lunicorn, very hard horse to catch. Need New Friends. Danny O'Brien, very, very hard man to catch. No, Good and Proper. Elephants are first up. Slight tick, don't like the map. Pinion never has a good map. Tarath, stiff not to win first or second up at Geelong when we backed it. Probably was the performance of the week, if not the month. Second up at Sandown when it won. We backed it then again. And I think we might have backed it even again at Flemington. Aidensfield's had 3 wide no cover yesterday and went close to winning in a shitty race, but still the form's okay. this horse is absolutely airborne. She's Maddie Raymond's an apprentice of Darren Weir, who was the best at keeping a horse going into preparation. I see nothing but ticks here and reasons to back this horse. It's going to get the best run it's gotten all preparation, and it's in a camp where I've got full faith that if they're running it, the horse is showing them everything, every sign at home that it's flying. This is a setup, Pete, where I'd love to be on course to give it the final tick of approval, but I'm happy to take $2.30. I think it starts south of $2 and wins. Have another 100 on.
Okay, very good. That brings us to race 6 on the card, which is the Group 3 Cockram over 1,200 metres.
Do you know why they call it the Cockram? What is the Cockram?
It's someone's
Really?
name. W.W. Cockram. Don't write me,
William.
message me. I'm not Victorian. I don't care. Probable's favourite, $2.40. Instant Celebrity, $4.20. La Mexicana is $8. Upwards the rest.
Okay, Diamonds in the Sky, I think, leads from La Mexicana. I thought La Mexicana would sit lead or OSL last start, but she snuck for cover. Paul's Regret and Snickerdoodle Dandy, I think, next. Shazzy and Probabile from 9 and 10. I don't know where they go. I really don't know where they go. I think one of them's going to get a good run and the other one's going to be sort of be casts. Plaquette, Parlophone, Rich Hips and Instant Celebrity bring up the rear. Now, this race out of the chute, 1,200 metres, I don't want to be in anything worse than midfield. So I'm going to avoid Plaquette, Parlophone and Rich Hips and Instant Celebrity, which are the horses I've mapped to be the last 4 positions in this race.
Yep.
I think Diamonds in the Sky and La Mexicana, we could be tempted to, Peter, follow our money. But I have decided that I'm going to back the Chow Man with the blinkers first time and Jai. Paul's Regret, second up, big odd. I just think it's going to get the absolute peach run here, regardless of how the track races. He's just going to be behind a good speed. I think Probabile and Chassis have to make a decision, which puts a little bit of tempo into the race. I think you're going to get a great run, and it's $17 it was last night. What price is it now? I should have checked that.
Best available, 15.
I think it's a great price. I think it settled 5th in run. Belladonna Patina just sort of led and cruised and won that race, so it wasn't suited there. I think Jai, probably an improvement slightly on Damien Thornton, but not massive, and I just think this horse is going to go good here.
All right.
Missed in the market. Good betting opportunity.
Good tie. Get some good form tie-in too earlier in its prep. Group 3, 1,200 Caulfield, 1.3 length second to Probabile.
Yeah.
Back in February.
Yeah, and then SP21s versus Instant Celebrity in that good race, and it was backed to win that good race in Adelaide. That was that race where Willow just snuck up the fence and Instant Celebrity. You can make it's $17 chance. It's no certainty, but I think it's a great bet to have. If you're an each way punter, it's a great each way bet. We'll have $50 on the nose, Peter. That's $250 we've spent on this card for the viewer at home who doesn't want to purchase anything.
Yes, yes indeed. Just to recap the staking plan, $100 on Behemoth in race 8 at $4.20, $100 in race 3 on Taraf at $2.20, and $50 on Paul's Regret in race 6 at $15. Lock it in?
Lock it in, Peter.
Beautiful. Curls, do you want to mention in a couple of words anything about Queensland this weekend? You're racing at Doomben and also Toowoomba on Saturday. Gold Coast is Friday.
Yes, Gold Coast midweek Metropolitan Racing is Friday. That's tomorrow for those that are watching the show on Thursday. Or if you're watching the show tomorrow, which will be Friday, the races are on today. Just the one early play for us at the Gold Coast. Nice to see a few stables in southeast Queensland that were having a horrendous run of form start to show some glimpse that they might be back. So we've followed one of those stables, an Edmund stable with Indian Dreamer. We took a much better price than what it is now. But Doomben on Saturday is going to be a return of a few nice horses. And for those that have been following my stuff with interest, a few 3 kilo claimers, once again have got some good rides on Saturday, and from what we've saw, some of them like to take off early, and some of them win when they're in a much better position in run. So very hard to sort of launch into anything that doesn't have a 100% map favour with those kids. But again, on Saturday they're on the right horses and they've been well found very, very early. So we'll miss more of a watch and see, I think, again as we get closer to Saturday. But nothing of any note to talk about really. Just some decent horses coming back, which is nice to see because it's been pretty shit racing the last month.
Very good.
Toowoomba's been good though.
Pardon?
Toowoomba's been pretty good.
Toowoomba's been fat. Yeah.
It was absolutely glorious, that last thing. Just hooned. Like it was not a good ride, just hooned. And it run down the favourite. Oh. It's just the best ever when, like, lockdown, chaos here, that time of night, everyone's in bed and she's exhausted. Babe's picked up another X. They're still racing. Yeah, they are. Toowoomba. It's great.
Followed by Max Gorham kicking a goal after the siren for the Demons to finish on top.
I was in bed by then.
I was drinking some blue liquid out of a jug. There's a photo of it. Blue liquid running down my face.
It didn't have the comb in it, did it, by any chance?
No.
Wowee. All right, guys.
Anyway.
We'll cut it there for the preview. We'll be back with a little bit of Q&A. Bye for now.
If you're a golf teacher out there, get in touch. I need help. Bye for now.
Get the Platinum Pack and bet with us every single day.